Melody Cherie appears to be going through one of the most difficult periods she has faced in a very long time. What caught everyone's attention was not a television episode, not an interview, and not a public argument. It was a series of emotional messages that she shared online. The messages were honest, painful, and filled with emotion. As soon as people saw them, questions started pouring in. Many people wanted to know what happened. Others wondered whether this was connected to her past, her family, or something happening behind the scenes that the public does not know about. The first message that stood out was when Melody said that she had literally been fighting for her life over the last few days. That is a very serious statement. Most people do not use those words unless they are carrying a heavy emotional burden. The statement immediately caused concern among supporters because Melody has always been seen as a strong woman. She has gone through public heartbreak, personal struggles, and years of criticism while still managing to keep moving forward. So when someone like Melody says she is fighting for her life, people naturally stop and pay attention. What made the situation even more concerning was her comment about lies. She spoke about lies that continue even when the truth should be obvious. Many people started trying to figure out exactly what she meant. Was she talking about rumors? Was she talking about people discussing her online? Was she talking about situations from the past that continue to follow her years later? Nobody knows for sure because she did not provide specific details. However, the emotion behind her words showed that whatever she was talking about was deeply affecting her. For years, Melody has dealt with public attention that many people would struggle to handle. Every decision she makes seems to become a topic of discussion. Every post gets analyzed. Every appearance creates conversations. Some people support her, while others criticize her. Living under that kind of pressure day after day can become exhausting. Even strong people have moments when the weight becomes too much. Looking at her recent messages, many supporters believe that this may be one of those moments. Another part of her message that stood out was when she talked about walking away from situations that she felt were unhealthy. She mentioned being tired of behavior that she believed was allowed and protected. She described situations involving yelling, screaming, disrespect, and lies. Those comments immediately made many people think about some of the difficult experiences she has faced publicly over the years. Melody has often spoken about wanting peace. She has talked about protecting her energy and creating a better environment for herself and her children. Hearing her express frustration again made many people wonder if old wounds are being reopened. One of the saddest parts of her message involved her children. When she talked about looking at her children while they were sleeping, the tone of the conversation changed completely. It was no longer just about public drama or online discussions. It became about family. It became about the emotional impact that ongoing conflict can have on children. Any parent understands how painful it can be to see their children affected by situations they did not create. According to her message, she sees peace in her children while they are sleeping. That statement touched a lot of people because it suggests that the peaceful moments may be limited. She described anxiety, questions, frustration, and heartbreak. Those are powerful words. Children often notice much more than adults realize. Even when parents try to protect them, children can feel tension. They can sense stress. They can see when something is wrong. If Melody's children are asking questions and expressing emotions, that suggests they may be trying to understand things happening around them. Many supporters immediately felt sympathy for her because every parent wants to protect their children from pain. No matter how strong a parent is, watching a child struggle emotionally can be heartbreaking. Sometimes parents can handle attacks directed at themselves, but when those same issues start affecting their children, the pain becomes much deeper. That is one reason why so many people reacted strongly to her message. The mention of therapists also caught attention. Melody talked about therapists and difficult conversations. That part of the message suggested that she is actively seeking help and support during this challenging period. Mental health has become an important topic in recent years, and many people praised her for acknowledging the value of professional support. Therapy does not mean weakness. In many cases, it means someone is making a conscious effort to heal, process emotions, and find healthy ways to move forward. The fact that she mentioned hard conversations also tells us something important. Difficult conversations usually happen when major decisions need to be made. Sometimes those conversations involve family. Sometimes they involve legal matters. Sometimes they involve personal boundaries. Whatever the situation may be, it seems clear that Melody is dealing with something that requires serious thought and emotional strength. Then came the message that shocked many people the most. She talked about telling her children that she may have to leave, but that they would be able to find her when they become adults. As soon as people read those words, concern spread quickly. The statement sounded heartbreaking. Many people were confused because it seemed so dramatic and emotional. Supporters immediately began asking questions. What did she mean? Was she speaking literally? Was she expressing frustration? Was she describing a worst-case scenario? Without more details, nobody truly knows. What people do know is that the statement revealed a tremendous amount of emotional pain. A mother talking about potentially being separated from her children is not something people take lightly. Even if the statement was made during a moment of extreme stress, it still reflects how overwhelmed she may be feeling right now. The reaction from supporters showed just how much people care about her well-being and the well-being of her children. Many people also noticed that Melody said her children know certain things are not true. That statement raised even more questions. It suggests that there may be accusations, stories, or claims that the children are aware of. Children often become confused when they hear different versions of events from different people. That confusion can create stress, anxiety, and sadness. If Melody is watching her children experience those emotions, it would explain why she seems so distressed. One thing that stands out throughout all of her messages is the feeling of exhaustion. The words do not sound like someone dealing with a single bad day. They sound like someone who has been carrying pressure for a long time. Emotional exhaustion can build slowly. It often starts with one stressful situation. Then another challenge appears, then another. Eventually, even the strongest person can reach a point where they feel overwhelmed. People who have followed Melody's journey know that she has faced many public challenges. She has experienced personal betrayals, public criticism, and intense scrutiny. Through all of it, she continued building businesses, raising her children, and creating opportunities for herself. That resilience is one reason why so many supporters admire her. They see someone who refuses to give up despite difficult circumstances. At the same time, being strong does not mean someone never struggles. Sometimes strong people are the ones who suffer quietly because everyone assumes they are fine. They continue working. They continue smiling. They continue showing up. But inside, they may be carrying burdens that nobody sees. Looking at Melody's recent messages, many supporters feel that she may finally be expressing emotions that have been building for a long time. Another reason this situation has attracted so much attention is because people genuinely want answers. Human nature makes people curious. When a public figure shares emotional messages without providing full details, speculation begins immediately. Some people believe the issue involves family matters. Others think it may involve legal concerns. Some wonder whether it is connected to events from her past. Until Melody decides to explain more, everything remains speculation. What is important to remember is that there is a real person behind these messages. It is easy for social media users to turn serious situations into entertainment. It is easy to create theories and spread rumors. But at the center of all of this is a mother who appears to be hurting. Regardless of what the exact issue may be, compassion should come first. The support she has received shows that many people understand this. Across social media, supporters have been sending encouraging messages. They have been expressing concern for her mental health and for her children. Many people are reminding her that she is not alone. Those messages may seem small, but support can make a difference when someone is going through a difficult time. As the conversation continues, one thing remains clear. Melody's recent messages were not casual posts. They were emotional expressions from someone dealing with a serious situation. Whether more information comes out later or not, the messages have already sparked important discussions about stress, family, healing, and the challenges that come with living under constant public attention.